with UNK and Big Dog.
So get ready for it.
The Browns,
UNK and Big Dog.
man,
Chico.
officially benched Flacco, which we
Right.
just knew that was going to be a matter of time. We talked about that all summer long, that at some point the 40-year-old going to sit down. And the Browns have kind of boxed themselves in on some things just by the nature of the order where they did their draft pick. So they had to go with Gabriel first because they picked
Mm-hmm.
him ahead of Shador, and so he's the starter. But what they didn't do, they didn't move Shador up from 3 to 2. They just moved Flacco down to 2. So Shador is still sitting at 3. But Chico, I'm still saying what I said before, man. I bet a couple weeks of Gabriel, by the time you get bye week, post bye week for the Browns, I think you'll see Shador this season. And if you don't, you need to get the hell up out of there.
I think so also. I think you might be exactly right on the timing of it. Shout out to Shador and how he handled that interview
Yeah,
earlier
yeah.
today. We'll talk about that also. But hey, if you're Shador, just let it play out the way it play out. I can't really
Yeah,
say anything. We've seen, honestly, if you want to look at it, we've seen in the past before where a starter would get benched and then the number two will come up and the starter will go to number two and the number three doesn't come up. We've seen that in the past
sure.
also.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. But we've probably never seen a guy who was supposed to be a first round pick drop to number 5, then get picked up on a team that has already drafted a quarterback in the same draft a couple rounds before. And as high profile as Shador Sanders is, as productive as he's been his whole career, it's a different scenario with Shador Sanders at the number 3 quarterback, right? You would think that he would move up, especially with a guy like Joe Flacco. There's not a guy like he has another 5 years in the NFL. You want to see what he can do. You know what he can do, and you know what he can give you for the rest of this season. And at this point, you already wanted to have him just bridge that gap to where you found out who was going to be your next starter as far as between the rookies and the guy Kenny Pickett. You traded Kenny Pickett, you still have the 2 rookies left. You're going to go the next guy up, which is the guy you drafted higher, move him up, and then Shador will eventually get his turn once this guy shows and proves what he can do or can't do. Just wait to see.
yeah, and I like the way you laid the table for that, Chico. You put it like a buffet spread Sunday afternoon in Big Mama house. Everybody gonna eat. You
Mm,
laid it out nicely because the thing is, those of us talking here or watching this, we're probably Shador bias, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you look at just how the NFL operates and has operated, uh, he wasn't going to move up just because Flacco moved down. Those two separate issues. And Dylan Gabriel was going to get the first shot because that's who they drafted first. It's two different issues. What I'm hoping for, though, is that should Dylan Gabriel not play up to par, then you give Shador the chance.
yes.
I think you don't have a lot of choice. God forbid he get injured or something. Not trying to like wish that on no man, but if he goes out there and he can't perform, and then you still don't give Shador a chance, that just speaks of a totally different thing. Then,
There you go. What I
but I
love
love
about
the way you talk about reaction. I love the way you can't use my words against me if you don't hear my words.
he ain't lying. I
Now
can
he
put this
and
on
now
mute and it'll be the same thing.
yeah, it's the same thing. Now I know one of his answers when they asked him what does he have to do, to get the job. He said consistency. I can read lips and see he said consistency, and I can see when they asked him about Flacco, he's like, "Oh, Flacco, my guy." I can
Yeah.
see what he's, but other you ain't hearing it.
Shout out to Shador, man.
Yeah,
Just have that belief in you that you can, be ready. What can you say?
On my daddy's son.
it
Shout
was
out to Shador
hilarious,
for handling
man.
that, man. I love the way he did that. What do you call it? What do you call it? Mime? Meme?
Mime, yeah, yeah,
Mime. Yeah,
mime,
yeah.
mime. All he needed was just do it. But he already do
Right.
this. He could just stood there and did that. Shout out Shador, man. Great personality. That winning smile. All of that goes into leadership, man. I was, some people are going to take away from it what they want to take away from it. Like
Mhm.
if you should do a neutral bias, you thought that was a great fun thing to do. If you should do neutral on the low end to hater, oh, see, I told you he wasn't taking it serious. Told you he wasn't. People are gonna make of it what they want to make, but you could tell that was just him having a good time with that particular press pool, man.
Yes, sir. UNK and CHICO. Live and direct. Another live with UNK and Big Dog CHICO. It's another one. It's another one, baby. It's another one. Another live with UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog. With UNK and Big Dog. So get ready for it. UNK and Big Dog CHICO.